From the Taj Mahal in India to the Colosseum in Italy, from the skyscrapers of New York City to the sleek streets of Singapore, I have journeyed across 58 countries seeking stories, people, and places that go far beyond the headlines. South America, the Caribbean, Europe, Asia, North America, South Africa, but now it's time for West Africa. 11 countries, one mission, starting in Nigeria and ending in Senegal. Come with me. I'm here to print documents for Liberia visa, and I had to go through this with Shenzhen. So you have to print documents, go to the embassy, go to the bank right opposite to get the statement. It's a lot. So step one is to actually print all these documents, and then you have to drop them off at the embassy. So some people like Sweden, they use VFS Global, others you have to go to the embassy itself. It is a whole process, but this is what it means to travel with an African passport. Welcome to the land of not so strong passports. Right now, as we speak, I'm just driving from the bank to get a bank statement, because before you apply any visa, you have to actually prove that you can afford to go to where you're going. So, just got from the bank. I forgot to film when I was at the bank. I was so focused. So I had to leave the house at like 6:30 so that I would make it to the bank when it was opening at 8 a.m. and then make it to the visa place, VFS Global, at very close to 8. Everything else includes about 20 different documents I printed. I've got passport photos, like it has to be recent. I just took one yesterday, and you have to pay about 90 euros for this specific one. So this is the land of applying for visas. Now I am fighting Nairobi traffic, as you can see, and with motorbikes, pedestrians, matatus. It is almost 2 a.m. It's actually 2 a.m. early flight. Let's go. Bye. They said goodbye to my brother. Honestly, I always get anxiety before check-in, especially here in Kenya. I know it's my country, but it's frustrated me more than once. I'm now officially in no man's land. It's actually been quite short this time, 2.5 months home. Usually I stay 3 to 4 months, more 4 than 3, but this time it's a little bit different. So here we go.
This is a final boarding call from Rwanda Air Flight WB464 Kigali.
Thank you. We are in Rwanda. I am so sleepy. I wish this flight was longer, but I do have a almost 3-hour layover here. I also have my friends here. I wish I was leaving the airport so I could say hi, but I'm not. This is Rwanda. It's a tiny airport. Okay, so we are now in Rwanda, and I just passed through the check. I know I talk about it a lot, but honestly it's because it happens a lot. So in Nairobi they had to check my return flight. So here they also just asked me about the visa, so I showed them the visa, and then they stayed with my passport at about maybe 5 minutes just there checking. They asked if I have a return flight, and I said yes I do. They looked very skeptical, like almost like raise an alarm kind of face. So I also told them, but I have the ticket, it's ticketed, and the people in Nairobi checked. So they asked, they checked in Nairobi. I said yes, they checked, and they checked in the system and they approved it. And so they reluctantly handed my passport to me, and you could see it from their face. The lady just came to get my visa again. I don't know what they're confirming now. I really hope they won't have a problem, because it will be a mess. She just brought it back after checking and she said it's fine. See, this is the thing, right? Even if I've got the right documents, when I'm at such a place, or when I'm transiting, or when I'm going to the entry port, I can't be at peace because it's very subjective. These are documents that I have. I've gone through the process. I've gotten the right documents, but there's still that skeptical person. And right now it's at the boarding, literally the second one, because I'm now transiting through Rwanda, and then the next hurdle I'll have to face is the actual immigration. And usually you just hope it goes well, and I really do pray that it does. But I've also had enough bad experiences to make my stomach have way too many butterflies. But what do? We keep traveling. Getting to boarding now. I don't think I've ever walked such a huge plane before. Usually they have ramps and stuff, and when you're walking it's always a very small plane. But this one is not small. Here we go. We've got about 5.5 hours before we land in Lagos. The plane is actually not as full as I thought it would be, so I've got a seat to myself. I'm both excited and nervous. Obviously, I always am when I'm on this side of the tarmac. I'll be more excited and I'm on the other side. But for now, there is immigration. But this is country number 59. It's so good to say that. Let's go to immigration. So this walk here is usually one of the most nerve-wracking because you gotta face immigration, right? And you really never know how it will go. You hope for the best, and that's what I'm doing right now. But let's go. I am in, and this is usually the best moment of this, right? So the process itself was a little bit confusing, like go to this line, go to that, waiting for this person, waiting for that. But ultimately, there was no issue. So yay, I'm in my country number 59. I'm so excited. Welcome to Nigeria. I nearly got my bag, heading to the exit. So I've got money, I've got the SIM card. I went with Airtel because it's usually cheaper and should be fine, especially in the city. And I don't need the mobile money, Momo part of it. So now I'm gonna go get myself an Uber.
Oh, you need a phone? You need a phone call?
No, I'm alright. right? No. So I'm just waiting for the Uber, and it's almost, it took a moment, but there's a lot of people, so it's understandable. But it's here in 2 minutes. No. No. No, I'm alright. How was your flight? It was good. Thank you. There's a lot of people asking you if you want taxis or Wi-Fi or stuff like that. So money exchange. But I would suggest you do that inside, not outside. Hello. Hi.
Continue for 800 meters. Continue on Airport Road for 3 kilometers.
So you hear about Nigeria, about Lagos, and yeah. So especially coming from Kenya and Nigeria. Yes. So this is like very exciting for me. Yeah.
Lagos, Nigeria is a very nice place to stay.
It is?
Imagine. Don't worry, just
He
go.
didn't say it.
He didn't look his
At least he
side
said
mirror.
sorry. Yeah.
Imagine I didn't match my brake quickly.
Yeah, that one would have been dangerous. Yeah.
In 600 meters, take the ramp to
You will go back again, I promise. You want to go back again.
Is it
We
that
have
good?
nice food,
Uh-huh.
good atmosphere. That is it, honestly.
Alright. Can't wait to see it.
You enjoy it.
Yeah.
Stay.
Cold?
Very nice.
Oh, okay. Alright. Is this part of the city, Lagos, or not yet?
It's not of the city.
Oh, the city, okay.
Yeah. We're in Lagos. It's Lagos.
I can't believe I'm in Lagos. Finally. It's been a long time coming. Yes.
Oh man, they are so nice. They know how to take care of woman. Yeah.
I'm here at my accommodation for a few days. It's this huge apartment block in Lekki. It's always a good idea to have like a safety net place when you're going to a place the first time, and there seemed to be one. Let's find it. If you've ever been curious about what West Africa really looks like, this is your front row seat. Don't forget to hit subscribe, follow the journey, and watch the first episode from Nigeria already live. Let's go!